Hey, so I wanted to talk about something pretty cool. Have you heard of Tor before, Matt?
I haven't.
So Tor is pretty awesome. It's a really secure way to browse the internet. Now, in our past podcasts, we've talked a little bit about VPNs, and you use NordVPN.
I do.
So just to kind of catch users up on VPNs, do you want to give a really quick synopsis on what it is and why it's important to use it?
Sure. So it basically creates a tunnel or one focal point for you to be able to reach out to the rest of the internet. And what that does is anybody snooping on you and trying to figure out your location or trying to access your computer or your phone in any way, the VPN basically stops them when you hit that one point. So it's a way of preventing people from getting on your computer or your phone, and it's also a way of staying anonymous when you surf.
Yeah, so Tor goes one step further. So it blocks all trackers. So I don't know if you've ever looked up shoes before, or maybe like a nightstand table, and then you'll notice every time you're on Facebook, you keep getting these advertisements for shoes, right? Or a
Yes.
nightstand table. You're like, for sure they're watching me. So Tor is a browser. Usually it's forked from, Chrome or Firefox or something like that, but it really helps block those trackers. It also defends against surveillance. So it stops people from watching your connection and from knowing what websites you visit. And so that includes your host, so your cable company, and anybody else, supposedly the FBI or whoever would be watching you. And so all anyone can monitor is to see that you're using the Tor network. They can't tell what websites you're on. Tor is also pretty great because it helps you resist fingerprinting. So it tries to make all users look the same. So really, you can't differentiate one user from another. Are they watching Netflix? Are they on Facebook? You can't tell. And there's multi-layered. And so the icon for Tor is actually an onion. And so the imagery is if you peel back an onion several times, you have layers and layers and layers. And so you're kind of mixed into this onion where people really can't tell what you're up to. So you can browse freely and you can access sites with that may even be blocked on your internet provider. So it could be really useful if you're at a school or a university that blocks websites. You can log on to this and it will help you get to those blocked sites. Now, if you are going to use Tor, you should also use it with a VPN, like we were talking about earlier, for that extra protection. So what's the big announcement today about it? It's that you can finally get an official version of a Tor browser for the Android store. So you can go to Google
Huh?
Play and you can get the Tor browser. And my challenge to you, Matt, this week is to download it, try it out, and see what you think. Challenge
Cool.
accepted? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely try that. What about iOS? Is it on iOS yet?
I'm glad you asked. They have a project. It's called Mike Tiga's Onion Browser. So it's not
Nice.
very official.
Oh,
But
Mike Tiga.
so if you do, you could get Mike Tiga's Onion Browser. And there's one other thing that's interesting about Tor. If you've heard about the deep web before, Tor allows you to access it. So a lot of times the deep web has things like drugs or other sketchy things, but you can actually store your files and keep things safe on the deep web. And you're not able to access that with just regular Chrome or regular Safari or Internet Explorer, but Tor allows you to go to those deep websites.
Ah, yes. You want to sell some drugs? Go there. You want to get a hit on somebody? Use your
Doesn't
Tor.
it always surprise you how cheap it is to get a hit on someone whenever you watch those shows?
Yeah.
On like Dateline or whatever, it's like they paid him $6,000. What?
They paid him 20 and the Big Mac.
It'd
Yeah.
be a Big Mac. That's crazy.